Alright, so we're going to start with the banana smoothie. So this is a super easy smoothie to make, and there's a little tip that I can show you for freezing bananas, which adds a whole nother element to the smoothie. It also means that if you want to have something that's super cold and refreshing, you don't have to add ice blocks, and which is going to add a water content, which is going to make it taste less like banana. So what I'm going to do here is show you the process of freezing bananas. There's many different ways. A lot of people just throw the banana straight in the freezer like this. But what I like to do is get a freezer bag. If you don't have a freezer bag, you can use cling film or something like that. So what you're going to do is just peel the banana, put it straight into the bag. Do two, just. And then from here, so if you imagine this as a frozen banana, trying to blend it's going to be quite hard because it's quite a large piece. But what if you can just flatten it, and then essentially what you're getting is a lot thinner, it's going to freeze quicker, and it's going to blend really easy. So all you've got to do is put that in the freezer, and that's the start of the smoothie. So that's a really good way if you've bought lots of bananas at the supermarket and you want to preserve them. This is a really, really good way of doing it. Just put them, squash them in the bag, put them in the freezer, and they're going to last in there for months. So putting them in the freezer, you want to make sure that they're going to stay a bit flat. That means they're going to freeze quicker, so if you're in a hurry or you want to eat the smoothie that day, then that's the best way to store them. So, I have some bananas that I prepared earlier, which are frozen in the same way. So let's get started with these ones. So frozen bananas are pretty great. They have this, something about the way that bananas are, that they kind of freeze, but they never freeze fully and hard. They've still got a nice bit of texture to them. So this works really well in making a smoothie, but also a bit of an ice cream. So I'll show you the process of making a smoothie, but there's a little addition that you can add which kind of is a nice little trick. Alright, so we've got the blender here and our frozen banana. So all we're going to do is put it in. If you just break it a little bit, it's going to help with the blending. So there's 3 bananas here squashed up. So what you're going to want to do is put the lid on. So I put the bananas in and added a small amount of liquid. So what I'm trying to do here is show you that you can use bananas not only for a smoothie, but for what's called a banana ice cream or nice cream. So you can see here the way that the banana's blitzed. It's frozen and it's kind of very similar to a soft serve texture. So eating that with the sweetness is very similar to eating like a soft serve ice cream or something like that. So it's a really nice, healthy treat that you can have. It's also very soothing and cold, so it can really help with sore mouth, dry mouth, and just kind of ice cream makes people happy. So it's a nice thing to eat. So what we've got here is a banana ice cream. So from here you can either add your milk and make it a smoothie, but if you want to keep it thick like an ice cream, you can add something like cocoa powder or peanut butter or sustagen if you need to like bulk up a little bit. What I'm going to do to this is just add a little bit more milk, which is going to give it the texture of a smoothie. So alright, so what we have now is a delicious thick smoothie. So I will just pour some. So by freezing the bananas, you're adding that extra element that you would if you were to add ice cream or ice. So if you have a look at the texture of this, it's so thick, it's like it's got ice cream in it, and all that is the freezing of the bananas. So all I'm going to do is the same banana smoothie, but to add a different flavour, I'm just going to put in some cocoa powder. So it's an unsweetened cocoa powder. All we're going to do is give it a little blitz. Here we go, and that is a chocolate and banana smoothie, just a couple of variations on the recipe there.